Yo, motherfucking Tyson Fury
Yay.
is the best heavyweight in the fucking world.
Yeah, he's fucking nice.
He got them hands. He can sling them.
Nice, man.
Hey, man.
He can sling them.
Woo! I mean, going into this motherfucker, I think a lot of people are split down the middle. You know, they're both. The last fight was fucking super close. I had Fury winning the last fight, though.
I had Fury as well. I thought he was going to get mocked this fight.
You thought Fury was gonna get knocked out?
I
this
thought
fight?
Fury was gonna get knocked out because it only takes one punch.
That's true.
And I was like, that's all
That's
it takes. Then I might have Wilder getting him with one punch.
I didn't see the first fight, but I saw the highlights. So I was just going into this fight like as a spectator, like
okay.
let me see what's good.
What's good?
You know?
Yeah.
And needless to say, man, I was pretty impressed. You know, I was pretty impressed with Fury. He went in there and fuck, man, he just relentless pressure, good boxing, just good technique.
Oh man,
just good footwork.
Everything.
He used his range to the fullest.
Always.
Just
man.
dominated the fight, man, in every aspect of the way. Like
before,
discombobulated fucking Wilder
busted his eardrum.
Busted his eardrum.
But before we get into the fight, we'll start off a little bit on the undercard because they do deserve a little bit of a showcase.
Navarrete did pretty well.
Who?
Navarrete.
Oh yeah, he did. He stopped the old boy.
He did stop him. Crazy.
That was a good fight for a while, but the other dude faded.
Yeah, he did. But that dude's, I think he's gonna move up in weight class. I think he's gonna go to 125, I believe.
Oh, get up there.
I think he's like 122 right now, barely making weight. So they're trying to get him up in weight class, maybe 125.
Let's see, Rigondeaux.
Yeah.
Damn.
That'll be a good one. And then what about Charles Martin with the Kobe vest?
Yeah.
Got all the
that was a good
initials.
fight. I don't know who any of these dudes were, but
yeah,
that was a good fight. He knocked the other dude out.
He knocked Washington out. Yeah, Washington's kind of
Shout out Vallejo, Washington.
Yeah.
He's from Vallejo.
on the downside of his career, but it's a good challenge. There was also someone on the undercard of that shit that also had a Kobe Bryant. It was a purple and gold, and it was a Kobe Bryant tribute thing
shit,
too.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that till later because I missed that part.
I like that though. A lot of people showing respect to Kobe and the victims.
Yeah,
especially the victims, because not really the media was talking about the victims, just Kobe and victims. That's all it was.
Victims,
but
yeah.
Shout out to the victims.
But now getting into the Wilder fight, man. First round. I honestly feel
we can't even score them because they were all dominated.
Yeah, I mean the first rounds were kind of close. Like I
first
two, I could see them going either way. It was fill out rounds.
I don't know.
It's kind of depends on what you like.
I felt like Fury was just fucking pushing the fight, man. Like he was just controlling.
And that's why I gave him every round, but. I gave him the first two, but I can see someone saying, "Oh, maybe Wilder got it because he kind of threw a little harder at the body real quick. He was stabbing him in the body. It didn't look like what it was gonna turn into.
There were some ugly body shots, but he threw them with power.
Yeah,
I had Wilder on the first round. The second one, I was like, Fury was starting
getting
to go,
his range, starting getting the jab popping,
just started to do everything a whole lot better.
Yeah,
started to show what boxing actually is.
And he was walking him down, and I think that was the thing too. So me personally, before I try to predict the fight, honestly, I wait till the night before, which is the weigh-in, the Friday night weigh-in. I always want to watch the weigh-ins. I always want to see what weight they come in at, what their body's looking like at that weight. When Wilder showed up, super swole, hella pounds on him, heavier than he's ever been. Right away, I go, oh, he's only going for the knockout.
One punch.
He's got to, because he's looking to throw as hard as he can, but he's super heavy. He's probably not going to have that much stamina. He's probably going to have less stamina than he had last time.
And that's what fucked him, because he was super tired after he got fucked up.
Yeah. He was the heaviest he's been, but with a Fury, it's the heaviest he's been, but he didn't look fat.
No.
He didn't look more
big.
agile.
He did. So I was like, ooh, that means he's got that core strength. He's got that. He's just solid right now. Like he put on his weight gradually and right how he should have, and he's solid. I was like, okay. Then I was like, I think I know what's gonna happen, And also I like to watch the behavior of the fighters. When fighters start getting out of character, a lot of times they take a L for a big fight. And Wilder was super aggressive in the press conferences.
Yeah.
Super aggressive at the face-off. Super, super, super aggressive. I've never really seen him that aggressive with somebody to the point where he's like, I want to catch a body. And
well, he's been saying he wants to catch a body for a while.
He's been saying that. But
he has been saying that.
He Wilder just figured all I have to do is catch
You
him
might
and I
have
caught him twice.
to reiterate that.
No, he meant it.
he meant it. Yeah, he meant
No,
it
I'm saying
multiple
before
times.
that fool, because that fool looked like he was gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It went vice versa for him. But yeah, so like I noticed that too because if you think about all the other press conferences, you got when McGregor smacked Diaz and shit, he lost. When Silva tried to kiss dude with the mask and all that shit, he lost. When fucking Ronda Rousey got all crazy up in Holly Holm's face, she lost. Like when people start doing shit that's way out of character for him, they usually end up losing.
And he didn't even want to touch gloves in the ring either.
Yeah,
he didn't want to, but the ref kind of made him.
Yeah,
He kind of put his hand forward.
Same thing happened with Joanna and Jacek. Remember, she did it to Rose.
Yeah.
She tried to be all tough, and Rose fucked her up twice.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, see, this shit was I feel like it was redemption for Fury because I think a lot of people did forget about him when he took off for a little while. He was the one that beat Klitschko, and he beat a better Klitschko than Joshua beat. It was like 3 years or a younger type Klitschko. He had all the belts and shit too, but he's a boxer. At the end of the day, he's a real boxer. But the thing is, don't forget, he's 6'9", 270, bruh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's LeBron out there fucking boxing, bruh. Like, he even though he's not a power puncher, he's 6'9", 270.
And not only that,
it's gonna hurt.
He fights like fucking Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he emulates him a lot,
He
man.
tries to fight like Muhammad Ali,
and no disrespect to Ali, we're not saying that Tyson Fury is on Ali's level yet, but he has potential because he's only like 31, 32.
Yeah, he's 31.
Yeah, he took us a couple years.
Yeah. So, I mean, he fights Joshua next. If he beats that, he's the king of the heavyweight, for sure.
Was a little disappointed he didn't call him out.
Even in the press conference, he kind of avoided it.
Yeah, he said, "Oh,
well, if you heard
see,
throughout his training camp, he didn't want to put Joshua as his sparring partner.
Yeah, he wants to see him.
Yeah, he wants to actually throw down with Joshua, which I think is like they're gonna do it without announcing it.
Yeah,
type of shit. They're not gonna have that grudge.
Well, see, Joshua came out supposedly. This is supposed. Joshua did come out with a tweet though that said like, "Why wait? Let's do it this summer." And then supposedly Joshua called Eddie Hearn and said, "I don't care what it takes to get that fight made. That's gonna be in Wembley. It's gonna sell out. Yep. It's gonna be one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time, period, in boxing because Europe loves their boxing."
Yep. But is Eddie Hearn lying just to try to get?
He
that
might
fight?
be. He's a promoter.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but either way, I don't think Wilder should take the immediate rematch. He has 30 days to decide if he wants to take it.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
He should get a tune-up. Because he got knocked around, bro. He was looking silly out there.
He should practice his fundamentals.
So the first 2 rounds were, like we said, kind of fell out rounds. Toward the end of the second, Fury kind of started getting his shit, and then the third came.
And
that was a knockdown.
The bloody ear.
And yeah, that was a knockdown, man.
The beginning of the end for Wilder. It was the beginning of the end.
Mm-hmm. The crazy part about this fight, it reminded me so much of Joshua Ruiz Part 1. It reminded me a lot of that because it was like once that first knockdown happened, they never recovered. They were concussed the rest of the fight. They were both wobbly out of it the rest of the fight, and they both got stopped in the 7th round.
Spaghetti legs.
Knees weak, arms heavy.
They both got knocked down early, and they got stopped in the 7th just from taking damage. It was like Wilder had no pop to his shit. He had no speed to him whatsoever.
He just has power.
That weight, I think, fucked him up. He couldn't even snap his jab. He wasn't throwing hooks. He wasn't throwing uppercuts. Nothing. He was just like cocking the right and looking like Dan Henderson walking out there. You know what I mean? Just like we already know what I came to do. And I think that the game plan from Tyson Fury was beautiful. And the fact he did not lie. This whole fucking time in the press conference, he said, "I'm going to walk you down. I'm coming to you. Like, we're going to end up in a fight." I don't think you've ever been in a real fight.
And not only that, he said he was going to knock him out.
He did. He said it's the second round, but, like, he got it done still.
Yeah, he
did.
And, I mean, that was the thing. I think Wilder was like, oh, what the fuck? This dude's walking toward me. Yeah. Wilder's used to being the predator, used to being the guy that people are scared to get hit by. And the fact that fucking Fury just came straight at him, it kind of reminded me of Mayweather's technique against fucking McGregor. Which is something I said before that fight. I said, they're training with Paulie. They're trying to train with slick boxers thinking that Mayweather's going to Philly shell him. I was like, what happens if Mayweather just goes forward the whole time? It puts McGregor on the back foot. And that's exactly what Fury did. Go forward, put Wilder on the back foot. Because a lot of Wilder's punches he steps into. But how do you step in when you're going back? And, man, it was beautiful, man.
And not only that, Fury's game plan of when he sees that right hook, that right arm come up, pushing it back with his lead hand and going in with the right. I love that.
Yeah, he was parrying a lot of the shit, and it was like, what is Wilder known for? That right hand. But Fury gave him his right hand all night. All fucking night.
Yeah, it was nice, man.
I mean, and he was touching him to the body. He was just hitting him anywhere he wanted. Like, he controlled the octagon. He like, you know, even certain things I noticed about him, like veteran shit that I was pointing out when we were watching it, was like when they were close to the corner and Fury was kind of about to be cornered, he would tie up. The ref would come break him up, but while the ref's walking over there, Fury would turn it around. So when the ref broke him up, now Wilder's starting in the corner from the ref breakup. You know what I'm saying? Slick shit like that, the veteran shit, the little clinching.
And then getting the little uppercuts.
Putting the weight on Wilder, making him carry his weight in the clinch.
That affected.
Because Wilder wasn't really carrying way more than he ever carried in his life.
Choking him.
Oh, bro, little headlocks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Headlocks.
He roughed him up. He roughed him up. That's what he said. He said, I don't think Wilder's ever been in a real fight, like a fight. You know, he's just used to people being scared to get hit by him and trying to box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, and the thing about Fury, that motherfucker's always moving.
Yeah,
his head, his shoulders.
You don't know what
he's
twitchy.
Throw. He's fainting.
He's a boxer.
He's faking.
Yeah, no?
He's a real boxer.
Those feints are what fuck Wilder up.
Going into this fight, I was 51-49. But leaning toward Fury with the build-up. Because I was thinking the same shit. It only takes one for Wilder. And he did get caught last fight.
Twice.
But then as I started getting closer and listening to more interviews, seeing everything, I noticed that Fury was very composed, very confident. And I saw that Wilder was just too, like, mad. But it almost was like a fake anger he tried to use to build himself up, you know? Like, there was, like, a real rivalry. Like, this fool fucking said racist shit to me. Like, like, it was real beef, but it wasn't. And to Fury, it was like, it's just a rematch. We're going to box.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight.
I think Wilder needed a mental motivation. You know, like, I need some hate.
Get hyped. I need to knock this fool
I
out.
need some hate. You know,
he needs anger,
shit.
Motherfucker.
And Fury was just too happy for him to do it.
But Fury, he gained a fan in me. You know what I mean? Like. That fool fucking stuck his tongue out at the corner.
Oh
yeah, shit, bro. That shit was tight.
He's wild.
He was doing the most. Man. He was warming. He was having up the crowd.
Miss American Pie at the end. Man.
Oh yeah, Come on, man. So he knocked Wilder down in the third, and then dominated the fourth.
Wait, he knocked him down twice in the third.
Yeah.
Twice.
Well, was it twice?
It was twice.
No, it wasn't twice. It wasn't twice.
The body shot.
Slip. No, the body shot was in the fifth.
The body shot was in the fifth. Okay.
But that's also the round that Fury lost a point.
Oh yeah.
Right. But he was still up 9-8. Yeah. He was still up 9-8 in that round, you know. And then the sixth, it was getting ugly. The sixth was getting ugly. It was the beginning of the end.
That's when the tongue came out.
Yeah. And then obviously in the seventh, it was done. And the seventh, it was
Wilder's corner through the time ago.
Wilder's corner through the talon. A lot of people think it was the
ref.
That was
a controversy, though. That was a controversy between their own team because
because one of their coaches didn't want to throw it in, and the other coach gave him one extra round and then threw it in.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but I'm glad they did because if not, that would have had like some brain damage or something.
Oh yeah,
probably.
He's already.
You know how many boxers haven't died within the past year?
Yeah.
Just from, you know what I mean, head trauma.
Yeah. You know from going down on the shield.
Yeah. I mean, his eardrum was ruptured, fucks up your equilibrium. You can't get balance.
But I've heard that if, like, that shit, like, if you get, like, when your ear ruptures and you keep getting hit in the head, like, your brain liquids can start coming out.
Oh, yeah, damn.
You know,
that's crazy.
like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Especially in boxing. You know what I mean? I get you're tough, bro, but you know what I mean?
Out of the two coaches, the one that threw the talon was an ex-boxer himself. So he's been in the ring. He's taking some trauma. He's getting his, he's had some bad ones.
This was taking some crazy shots.
So I believe in the sixth, he proposed it to the other coach about throwing in the towel, and the other coach was like, "Nah, I mean, no, he wants to go out and shield. Yeah, he wants to try, and he's like, well, we'll keep an eye on it." They didn't do it throughout the sixth, but the sixth, I mean, Tyson Fury was putting the paws on him.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, damn. Like, but what I liked about Fury, he never got over. He never got
overly committed to the.
He didn't.
To the head, to the body.
He kept.
He always reset it.
Yeah,
he always he knew that it was only
a matter of time.
Yeah,
it was only a matter of time. He never got too crazy in the moment and just blew his wad. You know what I'm saying?
And if he did, he always fucking held him.
Yeah.
He always went for the grab.
And that's what I like because that's the same technique Mayweather would use. And that's part of boxing. It's up to the ref to tell you, hey, stop doing this shit. But if you could just time up real quick, just get a quick reset, it's part of dragging your weight and making them tired, clenching their arms. You know, you're doing stuff to tire them out.
And even when they did
no one's ever done that to Wilder his whole career.
Yeah.
There's been nobody that just wants to tie up with him and get inside dirty. And like, no one's done that. Everyone's just scared of getting hit by him. But Fury's like, fool, I'm bigger than you.
Yep.
The fuck I'm scared of you for? Like,
yeah.
You know,
fuck you up.
Oh, and the way he moves is crazy. The combinations he puts together, he going body and head.
Yep.
I mean, the jab, he was just flicking it. Pop, pop,
that
pop.
left hook to the body.
Oh man, he was
great.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, that's the whole thing was nice.
That's when I was like, because even the body punch that Wilder took didn't look like it was like one of those ones that just catch you and you're just paralyzed. You know, like De La Hoya from B-Hop. It was just kind of like he was exhausted, like he couldn't even hold his fucking self up anymore. And that came from a lot of mind you, he already had maybe 15 pounds more than he's ever had in his career on him.
Yeah,
naturally. Plus Fury's heaviest weight he's ever been with strong muscle.
Yeah, no, he was exhausted.
He was tired, dude.
And the ref was letting him fight out of it when he was grappling. That's what I liked, though. That's what I liked about the ref.
They both had a couple like late hits. You know, it wasn't like super dirty, but it was it was ticky tacky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once they got, but the ref knew when to tell him to stop.
Yeah, and the ref took a point from Fury. You know,
I respect that ref.
But Fury was like, "Fuck it." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna win. I'm gonna win this shit anyway. Because there was a certain point where, like, even as a Wilder fan, you were like, I don't even think he could hit him with everything he had because he don't got nothing left.
Yeah.
Like, it started making his chance of landing that one big one super low because he didn't even have the energy to throw a punch toward the end.
He was on survival mode. That's why I'm glad they threw it in. You know, like, as a fan, it's cool seeing somebody get knocked out like that, but to take all that damage, it's not fun
because I want to see him back.
Yeah,
I want to see the comeback. Obviously, they're gonna do a part 3. It might not be immediately. You might build back up to it.
Yeah.
But now that leaves the Joshua Fury thing, right? So Joshua has 4 belts. Fury got the 1, but Fury has never been beat technically. Joshua got knocked the fuck out. Wilder got knocked the fuck out. So I think Fury is like the clear number 1 in the division, but Joshua has the higher draw. He sells some more pay-per-views.
They need to make that.
I don't think after this fight that's gonna happen though.
I would hope that would happen, and I would hope fucking Andy Ruiz versus Wilder.
Ruiz and Wilder would be crazy.
That would be a
good fight.
Ruiz is supposed to be fighting Ortiz.
Oh,
Ortiz, King Kong. That's a good one. That's a real crafty fight right there. But the big thing we all want to see is like who's gonna claim all the belts. So now it's between Fury and AJ, which I think makes it easier to make because they're both from Britain.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I think they're both very willing to. Versus like the Wilder and AJ was always a stalemate. Everyone wants to act like a diva on one side or the other. We're like, and that's the thing too. Wilder's a gypsy. Let's not forget that. He's down to fucking fight. This is what he does. Like away from the sport side of it, culturally, he can't let his people down to like be picky with the fights, and I'm not gonna fight this dude like
Fury. You mean?
Yeah, Fury. That's a.
You said Wilder.
Oh, Wilder, no, Fury. You know what I'm saying? Like Fury, like just culturally, he can't be just turning down fades.
Yeah,
he's about going everywhere, traveling and fighting.
He's about that shit.
Yeah, that's what his life is
got
about.
To be,
you know,
man.
like his dad was king of the gypsies and shit. He wasn't a professional. You know what I mean? Raffle was out there chunking him.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's in his culture. So I think it's the Joshua Fury fight can happen, and I got Fury all day in that shit.
I got Fury.
Yep, definitely got Fury.
And the winner marries the queen.
This fool is crazy.
I mean, but let's not forget, like Joshua is he has pedigree. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
an Olympic boxer.
He's
too.
an Olympic gold medalist.
But
he did get caught slipping. But he did prove he could box too against Ruiz.
Yeah,
he just jabbed all night. It was boring.
He just proved that he could box.
Check it out.
He just proved.
He got the chin. The chin took damage, man.
Yeah.
And now he knows that the chin is weak, you know, and all you got to do is catch him.
I think if Fury does the same shit and just walks Joshua down, puts him on his back foot, I think
it's gonna make him uncomfortable.
Because
he's make him uncomfortable and he doesn't fight like that. He can't fight off his back feet.
He's taller than AJ.
Yeah, and he's longer.
Yeah, and I don't think AJ. I think AJ will just go into a shell if he gets that pressure.
And Fury is hard to hit, and I felt like in the Wilder fight, Wilder made no adjustments.
Nope.
He did nothing new. He was like, I just need to catch him.
Yep.
I just need to catch him. It's all he thought about. I just need to catch him. I'm going to knock him out. I want to kill him.
And I think AJ is a Wilder that knows basic boxing techniques.
He does. He still knows how to, his jab. He's a little bit better on the inside. But they're both, you know, I mean, his chin, he's been knocked before. I mean, he almost lost the clinch, he'll get knocked out. He's been dropped. Obviously, but
that fucks with his head. I think he just has a weak mindset, and he thinks, I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get hit.
He's still a young dude too, you know. So I mean, this is the future of the heavyweight division right here. All these dudes will probably fight each other multiple times.
Yeah.
But they are the cream of the crop. Those three in particular, between Wilder, AJ, and Fury. But Fury finally, I think, claimed his crown. All he has to do is beat AJ to solidify it. But right now, he's the only undefeated, and he's fought. He's fought a lot of dudes. His resume is a little shaky because of the time he had off. But I mean, he came and fought Wilder twice, you know, and he beat him. He knocked him out. He knocked out the dude that everyone thought was gonna knock him out. You know, and right before the fight, I was going into it 51-49 after the weigh-ins. I said, I think Fury's got this. I always look at the weigh-ins.
Especially after that fucking walkout.
Oh, the walkout. Yeah. What about the walkout? Let's not forget about the walk.
The thing that started it all.
Oh, dude, man. He came in as a gypsy king, man. Getting carried in
that
there.
Shit was
getting rolled in but with women.
Yeah, with women carrying him.
Women carried him.
6'9", 275.
Yep. With the crowd. I like that before he even came out.
Shout out the fucking gypsy king.
Yeah.
I like that he was looking at different crowns before he even came out, seeing which one was going to be the best one.
He was testing on which crowns he wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit was tight, man.
It's the fucking
He's
man.
full of personality. He's an easy sell. I mean, you know what I mean? He's a great white hope now.
Yep, and that's why I think he's a better sell than AJ, because AJ just jabbed his way to a victory.
Yeah, exactly. And Fury has already shown he has so many different styles that he can adapt in fights, which as a boxer...
Let's not forget that.
And he could sell a fight.
Ate hella tacos.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking work out. He just let the money get to him. And
He did.
if he would have stayed poised, I don't think.
Well, we're gonna see Ruiz Ortiz. If he can't beat Ortiz,
that goes into your mind state. How strong are you to be a champion?
Be disciplined,
that's what
man.
I'm saying.
And that's the thing. Like Tyson Fury came back from being a fat motherfucker on drugs, all this shit, all this extra shit, you know, and he came back. He got himself in shape. When he fought Wilder the first time, he was coming off over a year gone. And he just got in better shape this time, which was fucking crazy. Let's also give a shout out to the UFC fight that was on the same night.
Oh yeah,
shout
Hooker
out fucking Felder. You should have won that fight.
Yeah, I had Felder winning it, but it was close. It was close.
It was a good fight.
I think it was just the hometown favorite. That was it. That's how he won it.
Yeah.
And
I think it was those takedowns at the end.
Those two ground holds.
Yeah,
they weren't takedowns. They were just hold on the grounds.
Nah, one was a takedown.
Yeah,
he took him down, but he just held him on the ground.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is, like, I look at takedowns like, if you're taking me down just to survive.
But he took him down and held him and pushed him for
the second time.
Yeah, but you got to transition. You got to at least throw some type of heavy
try
punch
to get in a better position.
To get into position.
Yeah.
You can't just be like,
I hate how, like, towards the end of the rounds like that, when everybody's like, oh, it's a draw. I'm just going to throw one fucking takedown and get this one just to win.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he won.
Yep, that's what I hate.
That's some bullshit.
That's what I thought about it, because when that happened, those takedowns, there was like a minute left in the fight.
Yeah.
I was like, well, Felder won the other 4 minutes of the round. So, you know what I mean? Even if we're going to give it to this guy, he has a dominant 1 minute. This other dude, 4 minutes win the fight. It was crazy. I don't know how the scoring goes. MMA really needs to get their shit together as far as what do you score, what is... You know,
yeah, because Felder fucked him up throughout the whole fight. Well, they went back and forth. I gave him throughout the whole thing 2-2.
Fuck it.
I gave
him another 2 rounds. Let's make it 7 rounders.
Damn.
We'll see who the winner is. We'll see who the real winner
Gladiator
is.
Wars.
Let's bring gladiators back.
Hey. Let's bring midget gladiator warriors.
Yeah, I mean there was some crazy knockouts on that one. Good performances by the undercard. No really big names, you know.
Nothing really exciting happened.
Yeah, I mean
there was a couple there mainly were decision wins. The fight before them.
The Brad Riddle fight was cool.
Yeah.
Brad Riddle fight was cool. He put on. He's also from the area. The second fight was De Lima, and that fool knocked that dude out in fucking the first round. The dude with the mullet. So Solly. I don't know what the fuck that dude's name is. But yeah, that fool had a mullet and got knocked out, so that's double embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? There was a decision fight with the females, and then that dude Jim Crute
got him with the submission, that armbar.
The
Kimura that I thought was gonna break his arm.
I thought he was gonna break his shit, man.
It went all the way up to his back, to his shoulder almost.
Yeah, that dude had heart though, man. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Mikhail, But sorry, bro. Like it just didn't work out for you because that fool
hard.
fucking almost ripped your arm off. And then came Felder Hooker, and I mean it was a great back and forth match the whole time. The whole time.
I think Felder just because Felder is paler, he marked up a lot quicker, especially throughout all his fights.
No, but his eye was completely closed. Yeah. I was thinking that as the doctor, you know that nigga can't see for a fact.
Yeah.
But you're gonna stop the Diaz fight because of a cut, and you're not gonna stop that, and that is clearly he cannot see out that eye. Like, come on, man. And I'm not saying it should have been stopped because he was still going just fine.
That fool's face said he looked more swollen than Action Bronson.
Damn, that was fucking big old fat. Yeah, his shit was closed. And Hooker didn't have too much damage, but I did feel like Felder was hitting the harder punches. Hooker was putting the better combinations.
He was tagging them, bro.
Though.
Bro, there was some shots where he was snapping Hooker's head back.
Hooker's jaw looked like it was dislocated. Yeah. It was swollen.
Shout out to the commentators, though, in the third round. They said, fucking, Felder showing more damage because he's pill. And then immediately, when he got called out by the other commentator, said, oh, it's because he's taking more damage.
I got covered up real quick. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, hey, man, shout out to all the pale people out there, man. You know, you got a hard life because you bruise up easily. You know what I'm saying?
Wear your sunscreen.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. Get your spray tan on one time.
Hey.
That's what dude needs to do next time. Just spray tan himself so he'll mark out.
You can't see a swollen eye when you're tan.
To make it on, man. No, that was a great fight though. It wasn't no robbery.
No,
you know, I felt like Felder won, but I'm not mad at Hooker winning. It was in his backyard.
But he did look the less. He did get Gaethje though.
Called out Gaethje.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm down to see that fight.
My whole thing is this. As much as Felder landed on him, if Gaethje lands that on him, it's night-night,
But then again, I want to see Gaethje versus McGregor.
That's crazy, too.
But McGregor is dodging from what...
McGregor only wants big fights, so he's going to sell a lot of money on, man.
Gaethje is a big fighter.
No, he's not a superstar, though.
He's not a superstar, but he's a big fighter.
But he's not.
He needs like maybe one more big name on his belt.
McGregor can just sit out and wait to see the winner of Usman.
McGregor's sitting out for the winner of Masvidal and Usman.
For a belt. Or the winner of Khabib and Tony.
Yeah.
I respect the red penny night, but it's like, do you want to fight or do you don't want to fight?
He does whatever he wants, man.
He does.
He's fucking Conor McGregor, man.
McGregor's already been the champ, double champ. He's already had everything. Look at Proper 12, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But what would have happened if every time he ran it back though? Would he have won him again? Would he have beat Aldo again?
I wanted to see him running back with Aldo. That didn't happen.
See,
Aldo cried and everything, man. Don't bring that up, man. It's a sensitive subject, man.
See, in a rematch, would Conor still do that to McGregor, to Aldo?
Right now?
In a rematch. No,
probably.
Like a year after that had happened.
I mean, maybe.
When Aldo still had lost to McGregor the way he did.
Maybe the McGregor style is just Aldo's kryptonite, man. Styles make fights.
Yeah, McGregor can change his style at any moment, you know?
He's a striker. He's a striker that got the left hand.
Much
But
I mean, Felder almost retired. He was close.
Yeah, he's close.
He started taking off the gloves. He's like, I gotta think about it.
But after that, because I found that funny because when they announced Hooker won, everybody cheered. And when Felder said he might retire, everybody was like, "Oh!" It was loud too. The whole crowd went.
Because people love him.
Yeah, he's a fighter, dude. He put on a fucking show.
Oh, did you hear that? What?
And he's a good commentator.
McGregor talked shit to Felder before the fight.
He said he wasn't a real Irish dude.
Yeah, he's a German Irish.
He's a German Irish. Not a real one.
And then he deleted that tweet.
The fella was like, I'll show you.
I'll drink more than you.
Right? I'll drink real whiskey.
I mean,
Tennessee whiskey.
Jameson.
And then Dana White actually set up the card for it to be done in time enough to watch Wilder Fury.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? He's smart. He knows, and that was cool because they were in Australia, so it was like in the morning over there anyway. So it kind of worked out, and I think that the Wilder Fury lived up to the hype. I mean, it's sad to see Wilder go out like that, but Fury put on a fucking clinic. That's one of the all-time greatest heavyweight dominant. It's just like, you know, it lived up to the fucking hype. like there were stars out there, dude. Like anyone was in the building.
Tyson,
like,
Buster Douglas, I think it was.
Dude, you had Gordon. You had
shout
Chef
out
Gordon
to,
out there.
Hey, shout out to them showing respect to Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, and Mike Tyson
yeah,
before the game.
Yep.
The three of them
awesome.
out there.
With the
medals and stuff. You know, they're definitely all-time great heavyweight. Shout out to all of them. But yeah, that fight lived up to the hype. Tyson Fury did his thing, and I think he has plenty more to go. You know the other crazy part about it? No one talked about his cut. What?
Nope. He
Right?
didn't even get cut.
Nope.
He didn't even get touched.
Well, on that same side, he did get a wow on his temple.
No, that was
But,
it, man.
but that was just a little red dot. But that was
That's
just
part. He was in a fight.
But that was just a red dot.
Yeah, it was
pure dominance.
I
That's
had
the
him
most
winning
damage he
every
took.
round. I had him winning
Yeah.
every round, but I couldn't see maybe at the worst 4-2 before the knockout. But I mean, he was just doing his thing, man. I can't wait to see him and AJ and whatever else comes up after that.
Woo, I'm excited.
But Wilder Fury 2 was the shit. Run it back. Watch boxing excellence. And, prayers up to Wilder, man. I hope you come back strong. I hope you come back ready. I hope you come back with a couple new tricks up your sleeve, man.
CTE-less.
Yeah.
Hopefully ready to fight Ruiz.
And, if you know you got natural power, you ain't got to think about it. Just think about touching them. That's it. Like, get on some boxing shit, man.
Not
Just
only that,
touch
but,
them.
like, hone your skills, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's
lean
already
up.
in his 30s, man.
That's what I'm saying, but,
mid-30s.
you gotta
Just
hone
lean
your
up.
skills, but
Don't worry about your muscle
about
anymore.
motherfuckers that are
Yeah,
like that
get
is
lean.
they're ignorant that I'm knocking niggas out like all this time like this. Why do I have to
why
learn?
do I have to learn
Why do I
anything?
have to do this shit? It's like, bro.
I mean, he had the highest knockout percentage of any
Yeah.
heavyweight, too. So,
Yeah,
But that's
it's
because
rightful that he feels that way.
That's because people were standing back, and he would just throw one punch forward.
You got to get those fundamentals down, man.
Yeah.
You got
until
to.
somebody pressures you like that.
I don't even think. Does he know how to throw an uppercut?
I mean, sometimes.
That's
But it's
not-
kind of
that's
hard to
not
throw
how I
an
am. That's
uppercut.
not-
It's kind of hard to throw an uppercut on a 6'9" dude that's leaning back, because he doesn't duck. Fury doesn't duck low too often. He leans back because he's so tall. So like the uppercut's non-existent unless it goes to the body.
He should have
more
been
or
working
less.
the body. That's
He
what
should have
I'm
been
saying.
super working the body.
Body,
But every time he tried to get in, that fucking stiff jab came.
Boom.
Pop, pop.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
You know
think
what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
scared him. Was the
Yeah,
jab.
and the right hand.
Yeah, and the feints.
Man, the feints were crazy. The feints had Wilder like shook. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Wilder, when he was feigning, Wilder fucking moved.
It looked like
crazy.
it looked like he had just like some sort of fucking like
PTSD.
yeah. It looked crazy. He was off.
once the eardrum was busted, it was
Yep.
downhill from
Yeah,
there,
he was
bro.
on
It
that.
was all the way downhill from there. But on that note, we are getting the fuck out of here.
Yep.